Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. Also, thanks to those of you tuned in on the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Daily Vitamins. As you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe or unsubscribe. But if you do subscribe, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, please double check and make sure that you are still subscribed to the channels, because sometimes mysteriously people become unsubscribed. Okay, you all know they have me shadow banned, so also be sure to like and share this video. Okay, so this is just a brief update on what has been going on with the Black farmers in Colorado. Now, I came to you with a story on January the 28th, and I'm going to be playing a couple of clips from that for those of you who haven't heard about this story, and just to refresh the memories of those of you who have. Okay, so everyone, please go ahead and hit that like button if you could be so kind. Everyone, please go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this up from my Twitter. Look at this. Look at it. You see that disemboweled goat or a hog? Look at this. Just low down, honey. But let me continue, because I don't have a little bit of tolerance. I don't know how Dr. King did it, honey, talking about turn the other cheek. I'm not turning nothing. All right? So anyway, here's what they go on to say. They say, when asked why he thinks he's being targeted, Courtney claims the rural community wants to steal his land, especially after he turned down numerous requests to lease his acreages to local whites. See, he didn't want them staying on his property. Yeah, that's his right. Because do you think they would let him come stay on their property? No, they wouldn't. Now, to worsen his predicament, he alleges that El Paso County Sheriff Sergeant Emery Ray Gerhardt has been complicit in the concerted effort to move his family off their land, and even participates in the ongoing racialized actions. Okay, so that's just some of the things that were going on. They were harassing these people, mocking them. Their land has been vandalized. They had been, stealing water from their well, poisoning their livestock, stealing some of the livestock. They actually stole a prize goat. So these are some of the things they're doing, and just plain out harassing these people, and even filed criminal charges against them and threatened them that if they continue to complain, they would be in even more trouble. So days after I did that broadcast, there was a letter released from the sheriff's office on February the 2nd of 2023. And here's what it says. Sheriff's office addresses online article. Sheriff Joseph Roybal and nearly 1,000 dedicated, sworn, and professional staff of the El Paso County Sheriff's Office remain committed to fostering safety for our community and our neighbors while ensuring constitutional and civil rights are upheld, regardless of race, color, national origin, or any other legally protected characteristic. This is what they said. Now, the El Paso County Sheriff's Office takes all allegations of crime and civil rights violations seriously. I find this all very interesting. It sounds like a whole load of BS, but let me continue. They say the El Paso County Sheriff's Office has become aware of an online article alleging racial discrimination on the part of our office and some of its employees. The El Paso Sheriff County's office vehemently denies these allegations. Well, I would expect them to deny it. I mean, why would they come out and incriminate themselves by admitting to it? Now, they say the El Paso County Sheriff's Office feels the need to comment further because the article's author did not seek comment from the El Paso County Sheriff's Office before publishing the article, and that this article has garnered attention from within and outside of our community at a time when relationships between some law enforcement agencies and the communities which they have served are strained. Within the last 2 years and through the end of January 2023, the El Paso County Sheriff's has Sheriff's Office has investigated 19 different complaints filed by and or involving the individuals identified in the article against members of the Sheriff's Office. So they've had at least 19 different complaints. Well, why haven't they done anything? That's the question. They say each of these complaints was individually and thoroughly investigated. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office has also responded to over 170 calls for service that involve the individuals identified in the article, accurate as of February the 2nd, 2023. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office will provide the public with the legally releasable documents and records related to these complaints and calls, calls for service, including body-worn camera video upon request through the records request process. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office believes that this information will prove that it and its employees acted in an appropriate and professional manner in all of their interactions with the individuals who are the subject of the article. Let me say this. I'm not surprised at all because, of course, like I said, I would anticipate or expect that they would come out and say something in their own defense and to try to discredit the article that came out, speaking about the incidents that have occurred with the Mallorys. Another thing is, let's not forget that Mrs. Mallory says that she was at home alone one day, just gotten out of the shower, hadn't put on any clothes, and some strange Caucasian man just waltzed up in her house on their property. She pulled her gun on him and ordered him to leave. But the fact that he was so bold and emboldened to come into their residence, okay? And then also, let's not forget that she said a Karen almost ran her off the road and pointed what looked like a gun at her and flashed her high beams to blind clearly. Also, Mr. Mallory says that there was someone on the property in a vehicle. They've done numerous of things. And they say that the sheriff has been complicit. And they have a petition to try to get this sheriff taken out of office. Okay, I mean, this is all crazy. But like I said, I'm not surprised that they're coming up with these, with this story saying that they have responded to 170 calls and, they've had 19 incident reports. Well, if they've had so many, because that does seem excessive, well, that only further proves to me the seriousness of this. And also, it also shows a lack of them doing anything further. Now, they can say that they're investigating it, but if that is the case, why have they threatened the Mallorys that if they continue to complain, that they're going to have charges pressed on them, in which they did file charges on them? So let's go further into it. They say matters escalate for Colorado Black ranchers, Courtney Mallery, and Courtney Mallery gets arrested. Now, this article came out just yesterday. Okay, so this is the update. Couple says that an officer's lies led to husband's arrest for a warrant issued after they continue to report ongoing harassment, threats, and surveillance from residents and even law enforcement. On Monday, Black rancher Courtney Mallery was taken into custody by El Paso County deputy sheriffs. The detainment occurred while Mallory and his wife, Nicole, were live streaming a succession of videos on Instagram near a Starbucks in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is all such a shame. Mr. Mallory explained that he was preparing to turn himself in, though he thought he had more time. And also, I want you all to remember that they filed this warrant, I believe it was almost 30 days before the Mallorys even got it, because you see, because of all the harassment and because of these devils doxing them and putting their address online for other people to further come and harass and threaten them, well, they've now had their mail rerouted from the post office. And because of that, it was like 3 weeks later, over 3 weeks later, before they even received the warrant that had been issued. The question is, why are they issuing warrants on the Mallorys, but not the devils that are perpetrating these acts? Well, likely because they claim the sheriff is involved. Okay, so they go on to say that Mr. Mallery explained that he was preparing to turn himself in. Though he thought he had more time, he discovered the arrest would occur sooner than he anticipated. Minutes later, another live stream showed him in a state trooper's patrol car. While Mrs. Mallery broadcast the arrest, she requested the public to phone the local sheriff's office. She says, let's flood these lines to make sure that Courtney Mallery is not harmed while he's in custody. Directed and upset Nicole to those who watch the stream. Now, for over 2 years, the couple has been in an intense political and legal battle with law enforcement and some residents in their predominantly white town. And this town, as I've said, is located in El Paso County. The Mallorys allege that they have been targeted because they are Black ranchers in this predominantly white location, while residents reject them living there. Subsequently, they have been subjected to ongoing harassment, property damage, surveillance, and other racialized attacks. At the heart of their allegations is Emory Ray Gerhardt. That's El Paso County's, the El Paso County officer, okay, the sheriff. They say his wife, Shannon Gerhardt, a Colorado judge who sits on the 4th Judicial Branch. Well, you see, he has power, and so does his wife, and I'm quite sure they both have other political connections. Now, Mr. Mallory told Arc Republic that Gerhardt had repeatedly threatened to file charges against them for their multiple complaints over the years. Before his arrest, Mr. Mallory explained that the warrant was a result of Gerhardt's lies and false charges. At one point, they say, during her husband's detainment, Mrs. Mallory yelled, "Gerhardt is a liar. He's a racist." I absolutely believe he's both. In response to Arc Republic's previous reporting, the El Paso County Sheriff's Department emphasized that they remain committed to fostering safety for the community and other neighbors while ensuring constitutional and civil rights are upheld, regardless of race, color, and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know that's what they say, but is that what they're really doing? I seriously doubt it. Okay, and then doxing these people, putting their private information online, this is all just so egregious. Okay, so documents obtained by Arc Republic show a mailed notice was signed by Gerhardt on December the 12th of 2022. The charges are stalking, tampering with a utility meter, and petty theft. The charges are felonies and could lead to jail time. And let's not forget, like I told you, how Nicole Mallery had an intruder just waltz up in her house while she was nude. So disrespectful. While on live stream, Mrs. Mallery accused Deputy Hancock of refusing to provide information during Mr. Mallory's arrest. Shortly thereafter, he and other officers at the scene began to detail where Mr. Mallery would be taken and the process involved in bonding him out. Mr. Mallory's bond is set at $2,000. Arc Republic reached out to El Paso County Sheriff's Communication Office for a comment. At press time, they have yet to release a statement about the warrant or the arrest. However, a statement by Sheriff Roy Ball requested that the Black and Latino Coalition Leadership Council coordinate a meeting with the Mallorys to address ongoing concerns raised by the couple and the onslaught of social media distribution of the issue. You see, here's the thing. Just think about if no one was reporting on this, no one was covering this story and shining a light on it. Okay, the things that these devils are in fact doing are so egregious. And they say that they weren't asked for a comments previously with the first report. That's why they came out and made this statement. Of course, they were asked for comments. Now, we know by now that when these reporters go and get these stories about people who are being victimized, that they usually, more often than not, go to the people that are the accused and ask them for a comment. And likely they went to them and they probably just didn't want to give one. Okay, they wanted to have time to get their story together. Now, that's just my opinion. I believe that's absolutely what happened. And I don't believe anything that any of the law enforcement officials, specifically Sheriff Gerhardt, I don't believe anything that they're saying. They are all just working against these people out of hatred and racism. And that's exactly what it seems like. But you know, Courtney has been bailed out. Okay, he's out as of now. And they say, thank you to everyone that called. Courtney is now home, but it doesn't end here. Courtney and his wife have been dealing with some horrific stuff, from their property being vandalized to their animals being killed. I will keep everyone updated as to where we can help next. I am in communication with the family and will update you as they update me. Please follow them on Instagram at the page in the at their Instagram page now, and their Instagram is Black Farmland Owners Matter. Okay, and this This is from a publication titled Black Colorado Ranchers Face Domestic Terrorism by Local Whites. Okay, so this is really sad that people are still going through this, Black people, that is, in 2023. This just goes to show that basically nothing has changed in this country. They can say that we've made strides and that we've come so far along. No, we haven't. You see, the only thing that the wanton supremacists have done is continue to do these things, but just doing them in a more discreet way. Okay, but they're still doing them, and they sweep things under the rug and hoping that they'll just get away with it and that no one will find out or bring attention to it. That's why we have to always speak out about these things. Now, I'm going to put their GoFundMe link. I'm going to post that because also it's posted on my Twitter. Okay, from the last time I reported on this, it's posted on my Twitter. But I'm actually going to pin this in the comment section to this video, as well as I'll post the link to the petition. Okay, if everyone could please sign that petition so that this nefarious sheriff can be taken out of office, because he is a part of the problem from what it sounds like. And I'm going to share my screen so you all can see a list of numbers that you can in fact call to help with this issue, because something has to be done. We can't just sit around and be silent, and be preoccupied worrying about things that are nonsensical. Okay, that's what we can't be doing. So here are some numbers that you can call to complain. Okay. Now, with that all being said, let me tell you something. This farmland had been sitting there, and they had basically, the people of El Paso County had been using it as a dump site. That's what they had been doing. No one was trying to purchase this property until these people decided to come along and buy it for themselves. Now, all of a sudden, people come out of the woodwork wanting to lease the land. And when they weren't allowed to do so, they thought they just, wreck it or harass the people and try to use ethnic intimidation tactics to run them off of their own land. I believe it's over 1,000 acres. And it's just really sad because this is a tale as old as time. Wanton supremacists have always done these things to Black people to discourage them from acquiring wealth, generational wealth, which you can do by purchasing land. They know this. And they had no intentions of getting this land for themselves until they saw Black people purchase it. And that's just all very crazy. And the fact that the sheriff is complicit in this, yeah, something absolutely needs to be done. So anyway, with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please be sure to like and share. Hold on just a moment, because I may have, let me just double check real quick. Yeah, I think I put the wrong phone numbers up on the screen. So let me show those phone numbers again. My apologies. I have so many receipts. Sometimes I get them confused. Hold on. I'm going to be sharing my screen again so you all can see the numbers that you can call. And also, like I said, I'll be posting the link to the petition in my comment section to this video, as well as the link to the GoFundMe. I'll be sure to pin that if you want to contribute. And please do. We all need to stand behind these people. Okay, so here it is right here. This is the information. I posted this also to my Twitter for those of you that follow. Okay, this is how you can help the Mallory. It's called Governor Jared Polis, the NAACP National, the NAACP Local, ACLU National and Local, Representative Neguisi, Senator Cory Booker, Senator Warnock, and Senator Hickenlooper. Okay, so those are just some of the numbers you can call to try to get more attention to this case and to try to help the Mallorys in any way that you can. This is very disturbing, and something has to be done. Now they have committed to lying. I mean, the sheriff himself lying on these people and having Mr. Mallory arrested. Courtney Mallery was arrested, felonious charges, because he was complaining about what they were doing to him. This makes absolutely no sense. So we can't stand for this. Okay? If they can do this to them, they can do it to any of us. So pay attention. With that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. Also to those of you on the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. All right. Until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
With that flavor all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. Real slick. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got